What if I told you that someone removed 6 ribs from their body just to have an 18-inch waist? Or that a woman injected cooking oil into her face when she ran out of silicone? Today, we're diving into 10 shocking stories that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the pursuit of beauty. These aren't just cautionary tales. They're windows into the human soul, revealing what happens when the American dream of self-improvement collides with obsession. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will haunt you long after this video ends. Pixie Fox, the rib removal revelation. Let's start with Pixie Fox, whose quest for the perfect hourglass figure literally reshaped her skeleton. Every day, Pixie crushed herself into corsets until her waist measured just 18 inches. But even this extreme wasn't enough. She had 6 ribs surgically removed from her body. This wasn't her first encounter with the surgeon's knife. She'd already spent over $260,000 on butt lifts, liposuction, breast augmentation, and facial surgeries. What drives someone to remove actual bones for beauty? Pixie's story embodies the American dream of self-improvement taken to its most extreme conclusion. Her transformation represents what happens when our culture's celebration of personal reinvention becomes an all-consuming obsession. In a society that promises we can become anyone we want to be, Pixie took that promise literally, sacrificing her physical anatomy for her ideal image. Her journey forces us to question the true price of perfection. Lara Flynn Boyle, the Hollywood tragedy. Remember Lara Flynn Boyle from Twin Peaks and Men in Black 2? Her transformation represents Hollywood's most heartbreaking beauty disaster. Once blessed with natural elegance, Lara's face became almost unrecognizable after years of cosmetic procedures gone wrong. What we see now is a swollen, distorted version of her former self, the result of multiple rhinoplasties, excessive lip fillers, and facial reconstructions that backfired spectacularly. Her story isn't just about vanity, it's about the crushing pressure American entertainment culture places on women to remain forever young. In Hollywood, aging isn't just discouraged, it's career suicide. Lara's tragedy embodies our beauty-obsessed society's cruelest irony. In desperately trying to preserve her youthful appearance, she lost the very thing that made her beautiful. Her transformation serves as a stark warning about knowing when enough is enough, and the devastating consequences of pushing too far in pursuit of an impossible ideal. Mioku, the silicone nightmare. From South Korea comes perhaps our most tragic story, Mioku, whose desperation for beauty led to a medical horror story. Starting as a promising model and singer, Hang's obsession with youthful appearance began with standard cosmetic procedures. When legitimate doctors refused to continue operating on her increasingly disfigured face, desperation took hold. She sought unqualified practitioners who injected industrial-grade silicone, the same substance used to seal bathroom tiles, directly into her face. When her silicone supply ran out, Hang made an unthinkable decision. She began injecting cooking oil into her face with a syringe. The results were catastrophic. Her face swelled so grotesquely that her own parents couldn't recognize her, earning her the cruel nickname, Fan Lady. Even after 10 surgeries removing over 60 grams of silicone and 200 grams of oil, the damage was irreversible. Today, Hang works in a thrift store, living with permanent consequences of choices born from societal beauty pressures and desperate obsession. Michael Jackson, the King's transformation. No transformation discussion would be complete without the king of pop himself. Michael Jackson's journey from adorable Jackson 5 child star to the surgically altered figure of his later years remains entertainment history's most documented transformation. What began with a single rhinoplasty in 1979 evolved into what experts estimate were over 100 procedures throughout his lifetime. The frequency was staggering, sometimes multiple surgeries in one session, occurring every few months. His features changed so dramatically that his ethnic heritage became virtually unrecognizable. Michael's transformation reflects America's complex relationship with celebrity, perfection, and identity. His story raises profound questions about fame's pressures, the search for self-acceptance, and what happens when pursuing an ideal image becomes all-consuming obsession. Whether driven by personal insecurity, professional pressure, or deeper psychological needs, Michael's journey serves as a powerful reminder of our beauty-obsessed culture's human cost. His legacy forces us to examine the price of perfection in the spotlight. Herbert Chavez, the Superman Dream. Sometimes transformation isn't about beauty, it's about becoming your hero. Meet Herbert Chavez, who spent 17 years and nearly $400,000 turning himself into Superman, literally. Herbert's journey began with a childhood dream most kids outgrow, becoming Superman. But Herbert never let go. As an adult, he underwent 19 surgeries including jaw restructuring, skin whitening, liposuction, and breast implants to achieve the perfect Superman physique. His commitment went beyond surgery. Every single day, Herbert dons the iconic red cape and blue suit, walking his Filipino hometown streets as the Man of Steel. For him, this isn't cosplay, it's his identity, his calling, his way of inspiring others to chase impossible dreams. Herbert's story embodies the American spirit of self-determination taken to its extreme. His unwavering belief that with enough determination any dream becomes reality represents core American values pushed to their absolute limit. Herbert proves that extraordinary journeys sometimes begin with the simplest childhood dreams, showing us what's possible when we refuse to give up on ourselves. Dennis Avner, the Catman's Journey. From Michigan came one of history's most extraordinary transformation stories, Dennis Avner, better known as Catman. A Navy veteran and computer scientist, Dennis challenged every conventional notion of human identity. Inspired by Native American spiritual guidance at age 23, Dennis began transforming into a living, breathing cat. This wasn't just elaborate tattoos covering his face and body in feline patterns. Dennis underwent 14 major surgeries, including subcutaneous implants creating cat-like facial contours, a surgically flattened nose, pointed ears, and even a mechanical tail. His transformation was so complete it earned him a Guinness World Record and appearances on major shows, including Larry King Live. Dennis became a living example of how far Americans will go to express their individuality and personal freedom. His story embodies American self-determination taken to its absolute extreme. In a culture celebrating individuality and personal expression, Dennis represents the furthest boundaries of that freedom. His journey challenges us to consider what authentic self-expression truly means, even when it defies every social norm and expectation. Simon Cowell, The Wake-Up Call. Even celebrities aren't immune to transformation traps, as Simon Cowell's recent journey proves. The sharp-tongued talent show judge shocked fans in 2023 when his dramatically altered appearance led to cartoon character comparisons, creating a life-changing moment of reckoning. The breaking point came when Simon realized his extreme cosmetic procedures were affecting his young son Eric, who felt sad seeing his father's unnatural appearance. This heartbreaking revelation forced Simon to confront what his pursuit of youth was costing him, not just physically, but emotionally with those who mattered most. Simon's response was as decisive as his television critiques. He abandoned invasive procedures, embracing a natural approach focused on overall health rather than artificial enhancement. His transformation became about feeling good rather than just looking young, reflecting a growing American movement toward authentic wellness over superficial beauty. Simon's story resonates because it shows it's never too late to change course. His journey from extreme enhancement to natural health represents hope for anyone caught in the beauty obsession cycle, proving true confidence comes from self-acceptance. Rodrigo Alves, The Ken Doll Obsession. Meet Rodrigo Alves, who spent a staggering $800,000 pursuing the perfect Ken doll look. His obsession began as a teenager when bullying over his appearance drove him toward extreme transformation. What started with medical necessity, a gynecomastia procedure at 17 due to hormonal imbalance, spiraled into decades of surgical obsession. Rodrigo underwent countless procedures reshaping his face and body to resemble the iconic doll. Multiple nose jobs, skin tightening for plastic smooth complexion, and numerous other surgeries consumed his life. But his journey took dangerous turns. During one surgery, he developed a life-threatening infection that could have spread to his heart. The complications left his nose permanently damaged, forcing him to breathe through his mouth. Diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder, Rodrigo couldn't stop obsessing over perceived flaws despite dramatic changes to his appearance. Eventually, Rodrigo transitioned, becoming Jessica Alves. This decision reflected not just physical transformation, but acceptance of her feminine identity. Jessica's story demonstrates the constant struggle to find identity and self-expression, even when facing tremendous risks along the way. Cindy Jackson, the record holder. Meet Cindy Jackson, the woman who held the Guinness World Record for most cosmetic surgeries, an astounding 14 major procedures and 47 non-surgical treatments, yet somehow maintained a surprisingly natural appearance that defied expectations. Cindy's transformation journey began at age 21 after her father's death, when she used part of her inheritance for modest cosmetic changes to address lifelong insecurities about her appearance. What started as small adjustments quickly evolved into a decades-long obsession with constant refinement and perfection. Every few months brought new procedures to Cindy's doorstep: multiple liposuctions, facelifts, eye lifts, nose jobs, chin reductions, and countless non-surgical enhancements including Botox, fillers, and chemical peels. The most remarkable aspect? At 62, Cindy actually looks younger and more vibrant than she did in her 20s. Her story takes an inspiring turn when she channeled her extensive experience into a successful cosmetic surgery consultancy, helping celebrities and everyday people achieve natural-looking results while avoiding the extreme paths she once walked down herself. These stories reveal the complex truth about our relationship with beauty and self-improvement. They're not just cautionary tales, they're mirrors reflecting our deepest desires for acceptance, love, and personal transformation. In a culture that promises we can be anything we want to be, these individuals took that promise to its ultimate extreme. Their journeys remind us that the pursuit of perfection often comes at a price higher than we're prepared to pay. But they also show us the incredible resilience of the human spirit and the power of second chances. What do you think? Where's the line between self-improvement and self-destruction? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that challenge everything you thought you knew about the human experience.